today we are talking about how the moon cycle or the lunar cycle can help us in manifesting our desires. If you know of any friends and family who might be interested in today's topic, which is about manifesting and about how to use the energies of the moon to help give us that additional boost in manifesting our goals, our wishes, our desires, feel free to share it with them right now. I am very, very excited with today's topic. It's not, it's not feng shui related, but you guys are probably at this time comfortable, or you've heard me talk about more of the other facets of manifesting, other facets of using energy and combining that with your feng shui practices so that you get bigger results, deeper results, and faster results as well. Now, I don't know how many of you guys know about this, but on Friday our time, Friday afternoon for me, but it'll be Friday night for Europe, for, Asia, for most of Africa. Most parts of the world will actually get to see a very special lunar event happening on the 27th, which is a blood moon plus a lunar eclipse. Unfortunately, where North America is concerned, although I think a sliver of Newfoundland maybe can see the eclipse, but the most parts of North America will not get to see the lunar eclipse because it's under our horizon. For me in Toronto, it's happening. The eclipse, I think, starts around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like 3 in the afternoon for me. So in terms of manifesting, we are all amazing manifestors. The question is, are we good at manifesting the good stuff, or are we good at manifesting the bad stuff? And so, again, going back to the phrase of whatever it is that you want to manifest hinges upon your ability to mold whatever energy that is coming your way so that it starts bringing what you want into physical reality as opposed to what you don't want. Now, the whole topic of manifesting is very wide, very deep, and it's, there's scientific proof in quantum physics that proves that energy is, it starts off as this etheric non-substance thing, but with our focus, with our energy, we shape them into physical reality. Quantum physics literally has proven this over and over again. So if you guys want to look into that, feel free to do that. We're not going to go over the nitty-gritty of quantum physics on this one. Today, we are concentrating on the moon cycle. Moon worship or moon rituals or prayers around the moon, or even, praying to the moon is not new. Okay, back in the Egyptian era, back in the I'm sure the Mayan era, but I know the ancient civilizations in India, in China, even in India now, in Hindu, there's still a lot of fire rituals or a lot of rituals and prayers and pujas that happen around the lunar cycle, the moon cycle. And so moon worship or moon work, whatever term that you want to call it, has been around for thousands of years, thousands and thousands of years. And those who are, who have been in a society or in a community that have been working with the moon cycle for a while, they know that the lunar the lunar eclipse is the most powerful one in terms of helping you manifest, because the eclipse basically goes from, so on the 27th, on Friday night, it's a full moon, right? So when the eclipse starts happening, it'll start waning. So it starts getting, smaller and smaller and smaller as the eclipse is happening. And when the eclipse is at its peak, you don't see the moon, And then after that, the moon starts, and as the eclipse starts working towards the end, then you see the moon surface starts illuminating again, glowing, glowing, glowing until it goes back to a full moon. So in terms of rituals, Friday night is really important for a couple of reasons. One, I believe it's the longest lunar eclipse in a decade. Longest lunar eclipse in a decade, even longer than the one that I think happened in January. I think this one is like almost an hour. So that 1 hour of the eclipse, from the start of the eclipse to the end of the eclipse, gives us a really opportunistic time to harness the energy of the moon in terms of releasing what we want to release and then attracting what we want to attract, in very simple terms. How does the moon help us? Going back to that, you guys are probably wondering this. The power of the moon affects the energy here, okay, the energy on Earth. The moon is what gives us the phenomena of, the tide, right? The changes in the tide at the beaches, right? Low tide, high tide. And in fact, when I shared this with a client of mine just a few days ago when we did our private coaching, she actually mentioned her gardener. And I actually read up on this a little bit after our call. She said her gardener actually plants on a full moon. And he swears by getting better flowers, bigger harvests when he plants on a full moon. And I read up on this, and apparently something about the energy of the full moon affects the water. Well, we already know how it affects water in terms of the sea level, but it also affects the water in the earth. So that somehow makes the plants really happy. Again, I don't know the actual details to it, but that is pretty much the gist of it. And so, it's very interesting how the full moon really affects. And those of you guys, long time ago, I knew someone who was a paramedic here in Toronto. And apparently this is the thing as well. They say full moon usually brings out the crazies. Like the paramedics get more calls, the firefighters, the cops, they usually get more calls because people just go a little bit nuts on a full moon. So it might be not statistical, but over thousands of years of observation, it has been seen and noted and observed that the moon cycle definitely affects us. Now, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the 5 main phases of the moon cycle. And by the way, this one I'm giving out for, I made a 1-sheet PDF on the 5 moon cycles. If you guys want to grab this, just comment under the video, just comment moon PDF. So MOON PDF. Fill in a quick form and you'll be taken to my 5 moon cycles. If you want to do it right now, so you can take a look at it, you get instant access. So the very first moon cycle is the new moon. So this is where you're just starting to see a sliver of the moon starting to appear in the sky, right, in the night sky. So this is great for intentions that are around new beginnings, right? New moons, new beginnings. So it could be maybe you want to manifest a new relationship. Maybe you want to manifest a new career opportunity. Maybe you want to manifest a new business idea, whatever it is, right? So new moon is a really great time for you to harness, do your nighttime moon ritual around it. And when I talk about a ritual, it can be meditation, it can be chants, it can be journaling, it can be your visualization, maybe doing your vision board. The ritual can be whatever that, manifesting tools that you've already done, right? You're just aligning the intention to go with the phase of the moon. Okay, hope that makes sense. And then the second phase is the waxing moon. Well, this is the 5 main phases. There's the gibbous, waxing gibbous, and waxing waning gibbous. I'm not going to go through all that. The second one is the waxing moon. So So you're starting to see the moon going from a sliver and it's starting to gain in strength, okay? And so it's growing in size from the new moon towards being full moon. So on this one, it's good to focus your intention on increasing, such as increasing sales, increasing, romantic opportunities and things like that. Increasing your healing, okay, is another example. Okay. Then the full moon, which obviously happens, every 30 days or so. In certain months, you get 2 full moons. But the full moon is really powerful phase when obviously you see the whole face of the moon illuminated. So you focus on intentions of fulfillment, okay? And it has been observed that the full moon is also a really good time for you to increase your psychic abilities. If this is something that you want to start doing a little bit more, it's actually something that I have been working on myself, and I'm also starting to teach my students in Manifesting Code in terms of increasing their clairs, their claircognizance, their clairvoyance, their clairsentience, their there's a 4th one. I can't think of it right now. But it's all opening the channel so that you strengthen your intuition, and you're also strengthening the channel where you also get stronger and clearer downloads from your spirit guides, from your ancestors, from God even, right? If you're open to that idea. So that's part of the thing where doing a ritual to increase your psychic abilities is really, really important. But on Friday, I actually have a live stream where I've suggested for people to, it's optional, but if you have frankincense, to kind of, frankincense essential oil, to kind of put it on your 3rd eye, just so you can increase that psychic ability. That's one of the ways for you to do that, and then your visualization, your meditation will be so much deeper, okay? The full moon actually is good for any intention, but it's, if you want to kind of hone in on one intention, it's good in terms of fulfillment, in terms of things that you want that you want to celebrate, okay? And then the 4th cycle is the waning moon. So it goes from a full moon and it's starting to decrease, okay? So the moon is decreasing in size as it's transitioning from a full moon to a dark moon. So this one, you focus on intention of decreasing or releasing. And so this could be, maybe you do a ritual around your intention on losing a certain amount of weight, or breaking off certain unsupportive relationships or unsupportive habits, or maybe there's a legal issue or some kind of a fight that you're in and you want to release and let go of that, you want to remove that. Then the waning moon is a really good period for you to do a ritual or a goal or a manifesting tool around that. Now the lunar eclipse, just to kind of, go back to the lunar eclipse, is the moon enters the darkest shadow of the earth. And actually on Friday, it actually, that's part of the reason why it's called blue moon, is because when it enters the shadow of the earth, one expert says it's almost like you put in all the sunrise and sunset and put it all in one lunar eclipse. The moon is actually going to turn a little reddish, ochreish, I think. And so during a lunar eclipse, the moon is totally blocked from the illumination of the sun. Okay. So I mentioned earlier, the lunar eclipse is powerful because it's waning and waxing in one night. So that means you can actually do 2 rituals. You can do a releasing ritual and then an increasing ritual in one night, in one sitting, as opposed to having to do it weeks apart. And so that's the thing. When you're doing the inner feng shui, and this moon ritual is part of the inner feng shui, okay? When you combine the inner work with the outer feng shui placements, that is when, I guarantee you, that is when the results that you see will come faster and will come back. So what is happening this Friday? So this Friday, I some of you guys may know that I have a membership called Manifesting Code, and I have done, in the past few months, I've done on and off live stream, moon ritual live streams with the Manifesting Code people. For this month, I thought that I wanted to open it up to people outside of Manifesting Code simply because it's a full moon and it's a lunar eclipse, and I wanted you guys to be able to really harness that, right? Like I said, combine it with your feng shui work so that you get better results. So if you guys want to go to this page, let me just quickly bring it up here. So there's a link there, bit.ly/blood lunar eclipse. If you guys want to go over there, that is my page where you can join me this Friday, even if you're not a member of Manifesting Code. So why is if you guys have done moon rituals before, you're probably wondering, why is my moon ritual a little bit different from other moon rituals? Or if you're brand new to moon rituals, then, just keep listening. I built out a ritual to guide you in terms of, first ritual is to release that which no longer supports you, okay? Either people or emotions or thought patterns or habits, right? Things that no longer support you. And then the second half, obviously when towards the second half of the eclipse, we will do an increasing or a receiving manifestation, where we do another part of the ritual to anchor that in, okay? To really also broadcast into the universe, broadcast to the universe, put it out in the world that this is what we want more of in our life. The additional tip that I would have is I am including Qi Men Dunjia. Okay, QNDJ, you guys may have heard of it called that way, Qi Men Dunjia. Qi Men Dunjia is a Chinese metaphysical way of calculating the energies of the year, of the month, of the day, of the hour, okay? So if you are part of this manifesting circle on Friday, I will be sending you a PDF. Now, not all of you are able to join me live, and that's okay. If you can still do the moon ritual up to about 3 days after when the moon hits 100% illumination, okay? So you can do the ritual up to within 3 days after. So I've done the calculation of the day for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So you can do the ritual more than once, even if you want to do it that way. And I've calculated the directions of that day that are the most suitable for certain. There are a couple of directions that are great for general manifestation, but there are also some directions that are good for increasing relationship, increasing health, increasing finances. So if you're part of the manifesting circle, on Friday, I will send out a PDF for everyone so that you get the information on which directions are the best direction to be facing based on Qi Men Dunjia. Okay? And I can tell you, calculation for the day is very rare to find. So this one, I've done it, I've simplified it for you, I don't want to say it, but I've dumbed it down for you so that you just take a look at the PDF and say, okay, maybe I'm going to do my ritual Friday or Saturday or Sunday. And then Safrina says, okay, let's say I want to increase my health. So Safrina says, this is the best direction to face. You can face anywhere in your office or in your house, as long as you are facing the right direction. Okay? So this way, I have combined Chinese metaphysics with the ancient wisdom of harnessing the moon's energy, the lunar energy. So this is what makes my ritual so different, I believe, from other people. At least I haven't seen it done this way. Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe this to be a little bit unique, okay? So in case if you guys are wondering, in terms of moon rituals, or in terms of joining me this Friday, let's say, would this be suitable for someone who's not good at meditating or not good at, or never tried moon rituals before, right? I do try to make my rituals as implementable, as accessible, as user-friendly as possible. For Friday, or if you want to do the replay for subsequent days, as long as you know how to write, because we're going to do some journaling exercises, and then for the ritual exercise, we're just going to, or light a match to burn a candle, and then burn a piece of paper. And as long as you are clear in terms of your intention, you are clear of what you want to release, you are clear in terms of what you want to attract, that's all you need to do. You can come to the manifesting circle and we will do it together. Okay? And some of you may be wondering, you're probably saying, this moon ritual thing kind of sounds a little maybe too woo-woo for me, or maybe sounds like a little bit like black magic. I don't know if I want to start doing that. That's absolutely nothing that you need to worry about. Okay? Personally, I don't, if it's anything that's like dark sciences or dark arts, I do not put my hand in it at all. Okay? Because what you do will come back to you. I totally believe in that. So the moon ritual is done literally, it is, if you're used to meditating or even just doing vision boards or even just writing out your wishes on a piece of paper, the ritual is really as simple as that. The only difference is, in terms of timing, in terms of the direction that we're facing, we're just aligning ourselves with the best energy, the most prosperous energetic vortex as possible. Okay? That's the difference. There's no magic involved. There's no, we're not worshiping the devil, or we're not selling our soul. We're not doing any of that. Okay? It's absolutely safe. Okay. So, so this ritual will be about, 2 hours. If you're joining me and where you're at, you're not able to see the moon, like I said, most of North America, we're not able to see the moon, therefore we can't see the lunar eclipse, then you can just have like an iPad or a laptop where you are, just have it up, and then have the eclipse live streaming. People live stream eclipses on YouTube. I think Hubble, NASA does it. A few other websites last time when there was a lunar eclipse, there were a few websites that did live streaming. So as long as you have it up to see the moon, just to kind of tune into the energy of the eclipse, especially as it's happening. And while it's happening, we're doing our ritual. We're doing our decreasing, releasing ritual. And then we're also, after that, we're doing our increasing and our magnetizing ritual. Okay, it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so what you will need is a journal or a pen and paper, because we're going to do some writing. And prior to that, I highly suggest that you cleanse the space. Either you sage it, you use essential oils, you use incense, do whatever you have on hand, okay? Oracle card. If you don't have an oracle card, you can use a tarot card if you want in a pinch. Or if you have neither, then that's okay, because I'm going to pull a card for the group. Basically, oracle pulling a card basically means what is the highest and best message that the universe or spirit wants you to know right now. Okay. Frankincense essential oil. This is highly recommended, but it is optional, just to put on your third eye, or you can even just have the incense or diffuse it while you're doing the ritual, because it does deepen your spiritual work. And this one I just added today is a ritual that I think will be really cool in terms of symbolizing the lunar eclipse itself, is to have black, two circles of paper, okay? One black, one white, and then one black pen, and then one white crayon, and then black crayon, right? And then we're just gonna write a couple of things on the paper as we're doing the ritual, okay? And a lighter and a bowl of water. Very simple stuff. Things that you can find around your house. I'm hoping you can find a lighter. And so that's it. So that's Friday happening. We're going to start at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In Manifesting Code, I already have people who are joining me. I mean, in Manifesting Code, I have people in several different time zones. So some of them are going to be up at 2, 3 a.m. So that would be, that would be. My sister in Malaysia, I believe she's going to join us as well. So I told her to nap before she joins us. Okay, so that is one I wanted to share with you guys. But let me take a look at the comments or questions. So Renee says, could this combination of the blood moon and the eclipse be due to a larger energetic shift? You mean a larger energetic shift is contributing to the blood moon and the eclipse? I don't think so. It's just how the positioning of the moon and the sun and the earth. Okay, at least I don't think so. Someone else, I don't know everything under the sun, but from what I know scientifically, astronomically, in terms of astronomy, it's just based on moon the planet's positioning, right? So that's it. Marilla says, let me see here. Okay, so Marilla says, I've heard that you're not supposed to look at the eclipse. What do you think? Well, the lunar eclipse, as far as I know, you can see it with your eyes. It's the solar eclipse that you can't see. But okay, maybe I understand what you're trying to say. I think it could be a societal thing. It could be a cultural thing, right? Some cultures will think that it's bad luck to be looking at a lunar eclipse. It's a cultural thing. But I have done many, many, many moon rituals looking at the moon, looking at the eclipse, and I don't think it has given me any negative effects. It's quite the opposite. Okay, quite the opposite. Okay, awesome. No other questions. Perfect. Oh, Renee has another one. Do you think... Oh. Okay. Do you think the eclipse from the sunlight makes the moon more yin? To be honest, I don't think, even if it does, it doesn't impact the manifesting power of it. Okay. So I know in Chinese metaphysics, we look at the yin and the yang, but honestly, we can't, it's hard to live life if everything is put under a microscope as well. So personally, even when I did the Feng Shui course, some of the students had really good questions, but it's almost like if you allow yourself to live in such rigid guidelines, you really are not living, in a sense. Just like when I in my date selection information with my annual webinar people, I tell them to look at the day offer search, but don't be too worried about the day offer search. If there are certain activities that they need to do, they can't reschedule, then then it's up to your mankind luck to make it better, right? So if the eclipse makes the moon more yin, so be it. I have still done, I've done moon rituals at least more in terms of a practice the past 2 years now, and it hasn't been anything that makes me go, oh, maybe I should stop doing that because maybe these stuff is contributed by that, right? So for me, I always look at results. I do a lot of experiments as well, but for me, the proof is in the pudding. And I've been hearing people who do the moon rituals and they're like, things are finally shifting, right? After doing 1 or 2 moon rituals. And so I know it works. Okay. All right. Thanks for those awesome questions, you guys. And so, yeah. So if working with the moon cycle is something that's new for you, I want you to expand your horizon a little bit and be open to it, okay? Like we've seen, the moon definitely affects things happening. So the energetic impact by the moon is definitely there, especially in terms of the full moon, especially in terms of the lunar eclipse. So this being a really special time, a really opportune time for you to release and manifest, release the negative and manifest the positive, I should say, then I really hope you join me on Friday. So how you do need to register, bit.ly at blood lunar eclipse. Okay, bit.ly/blood lunar eclipse. Now, for those of you who are not in manifesting code, there is a registration cost of $39. So I'm giving you two different options here. And actually, let me see. So you guys have a couple of options. You can join me only for the lunar eclipse, which is a one-time payment of $39. So you can join me live for the training. And after the live stream, then you get unlimited access to the replay. So this same recording of the moon ritual, you can use it for other future full moon rituals. You can still use it, and I'll let you know how you can kind of modify it to take out the lunar eclipse exercises, okay? Or you can join Manifesting Code, which is my my monthly membership program, and I have just under 80 people in there right now. So it starts from $39 a month. So this one is the basic package, the gold package. But even with the gold package, you get, hold on, how do I do this? Oops. You get a live replay and the live and replay access to the Friday's live stream, plus access to my past master classes. So my past master classes would be, you know, I have my chakra healing master class, I have my past life with Akashic record master class, I have the releasing toxic relationship master classes, all those, because I do one master class every month for Manifesting Code. You guys get access to that. And any future master classes as part of your membership, just like this one, right? Anyone who is Manifesting Code already, they don't need to pay the $39 to join me in my lunar eclipse because it's part of their membership. And part of their membership, they also get the monthly Flying Star Feng Shui recommendations based on your home and period and facing. So those of you who've taken Feng Shui 2018, Feng Shui 2017, you know how I do my annual recommendations. I do the same thing for monthly, okay? So I don't just do a general monthly Flying Star update for people. It's all based on their home, period, and facing, which you guys know is more substantial, right? So you get all current and future training released weekly or monthly. You get 2 monthly group calls. So the masterclass is one call, and I have a group healing call as well. And once a week, every week I have office hours where I go into a Facebook page and I answer your questions around all the trainings in Manifesting Code. And so, yeah, so private Facebook group for additional discussion, support group, healing, live streams, etc. So if you want to learn more about Manifesting Code, you can click here and then you can see if you want to try the gold package, or I have the elite and the platinum elite package as well. Clicking on this page will take you to that, okay, in terms of giving you more information on that. So yeah, so it's absolutely your choice. If you want to just join me just for the moon ritual manifesting circle, that's absolutely fine. Or if you want to, you know, maybe even try out Manifesting Code for a month or two and see how you like it, that's a great way to do it as well. You can cancel anytime. My new mission really is to expose you guys to more simple but powerful tools to help you really manifest the experiences and the opportunities that you want, as opposed to always feeling like you're stuck in a rut, that you're repeating a pattern that you hate and you're frustrated and starting to feel a little bit desperate in terms of where you're at, right? Either in terms of your health or your relationship or where your financial life is concerned. And so moon cycles are really powerful. That is the main takeaway for you guys today. But if you would like to join me on Friday, please do so. If you know friends and family who would love to join me in the in the manifesting circle for the lunar eclipse, please share with them the link as well. I would totally be honored if you help me spread the love and spread the message of holistic manifesting to finally magnetize your desires.